Hello guys, time for MacGyver engineering. The topic of today record is bow making. Well, I need to do something in my garden, so I decided to make a bow and some arrows and so on. And this process will be quite involving to make it. It will be quite how can I say, composed of many steps, different tasks, different ideas, and at the end I suppose to be able to stand on the one side of my garden with a bow and send an arrow to a target. I need to say that I have nothing with that sport yet. I never really did that. This is the first time I did some research on the web on how to make one, and well, I will not go down to the basic and make some primitive bow like you know the Indians will do or something. I don't have access to those stuff, but I have some access to you know, stuff in my shed. What does it mean? It means that well, I have two rods of fiberglass kind of material. I have PVC pipes and I have thread. As to the arrows, I'm gonna need of course some sort of wooden type material. I don't know yet what I will do it of. I need something for the arrowheads. I have plenty of junk in my garage, or how you call it, shed, or old house. And well, something for the feathers. Don't know yet. Maybe duct tape, who knows. And of course line for the string. So basically my idea is to use the rods because they are quite lengthy, but they are not long enough to make a bow by itself. It will be quite nice because they have nice stiffness and so on. PVC is in my opinion too weak. I did some research on the web, and you know, it's laughable what they are doing with that. But good they are doing it, because at least I know that what not to do. So I decided that my project will compose of two rods, one next to another one, like this, which will be connected here in some way. I don't know yet, maybe a thread or something like this. They have to be very strongly connected here, and this will go into a PVC pipe inside. The PVC pipe has to be a bit longer than the rods. Then, using the heat gun, I plan to flatten this bow on the you know, the arms of it, and the idea is that, you know, that part will be stiffed enough not to bend when I'm doing the full you know, pulling the arrow towards on the full length, and this ending should be curved a little bit outside to the front to give the string some support on pulling. You know, I don't want it to slip it accidentally or something. So in the final stage the bow should bend something like this. and of course I believe that more or less I will need some support also for my hand over here. And of course everything has to be done with the materials that I already have. It's not about creating stuff from things that I can buy, because this is not what MacGyver do. It's not about engineering new product. It's not what MacGyver does, you know. It's all about how to survive. It's about creating something that will allow you to move on, to go step forward, to not stop. Well, and as to the arrows, well, it's quite straightforward, you know. It's just a piece of wood with some feathers and arrowhead made of anything a bit heavier than this. It can be PVC, it can be metal. We will see. I didn't thought about that yet. As to feathers, you know, it could be even a duct tape, and I think it will do the trick. As to the wood, we will see. First I want to have the bow. Now this here is one of those rods, fiberglass rods that I've been talking about, and first I need to do is to check where is the back of it, and I don't mean up or down, I mean back and front. The thing is that if you put it on a flat surface, and you know, knowing that this one is completely round, if I put it on a flat surface and I start to spin it like this and bend by the same time, I can easily feel that here is something here bending on that surface, on that line. But it doesn't go so easy. It's much stiffer, and that part of the that side of the rod should never find itself on the inner side. It's much stiffer, it's much stronger, but it will cause the rod to curve and to twist, and this is what we want to avoid. So this stiffed part is the front of it, and it has to go on the front of the bow, meaning on the outside of the bow. So this is basically what I came up with. This is the first stage. Those two rods are connected. I was planning to connect them about this length, but it turned out that this could be a little bit too flexible on that part if they are too long. So I connected them on much longer part. It's like at least 35-40 centimeters. They are basically just glued together with a hot glue. It's just to set them together, and then I winded them up with a very strong thread, and well, yeah, that's the first stage. Next stage will be placing it in a tube and heat that up and try to flatten it out on that surface to get a good... Unfortunately, I don't own a heat gun, the electric one. So I need to improvise, as always, you know, MacGyver. And this is how I achieve the plasticity of proper plasticity of the PCV pipe. As you see, it starts to be soft and nice, easy to form, and when it will be completely soft at this part, I will just place the bow inside and flatten it out. And here we have the first initial, let's say, prototype of PCV, which is bedded to the shape. Hopefully it will be okay. Then I will heat it up once again and try to even out a little bit the surfaces, because it at this stage it looks quite nasty. We will see it next stage, and I will try to cut off the holders for the string itself. So basically this is how it looks for now. As you can see, I make it a little bit shorter because when I make the tests on the initial version, it turned out to be very weak. Right now the problem is that the string is a little bit too long. So what I have to do for this moment is to basically stretch it so it will fit. This is not a great thing to do when the string is so much longer than the bow. It's just supposed to be much shorter, actually. So next thing will be making a new string. But anyway, we'll make some tests on that.